thought it was about time I got around to doing another video. You've probably guessed by now I'm not a big one on following algorithms. You know, I have my love-hate relationship with social media. But we are here today. I'm just a little bit wet. We've just been for a swim at this absolutely stunning bay up in the Coromandel. And I've been thinking a lot about what last year was like for us and what 2018 is going to hold. Obviously none of us know, but you know, I'm really quite excited about the year ahead. But 2017 for us was a bit of a tough year, particularly the second half. You know, I've had a lot of emails again asking about how we make our money, so I am going to do that video next. But first off, I just wanted to talk about a little bit about what last year was like for us, and just hopefully share some ideas of how to move ahead into 2018. 2017 was a funny year. We found that we had a few, not as far as living in a bus, but more about how people sort of view our life, how different people deal with the way we live, you know, different opinions and attitudes. And I thought long and hard about that, because you know, sometimes I think as people we sort of think we're always right, you know, we've got the answers, we know what we're doing. And it's been interesting because last year we had a few situations where we were challenged on our lifestyle. We had people spreading rumours about us behind our backs that were not founded in truth. We had people who have a different outlook on life, and they kind of badmouthed us a little bit to people behind our backs, and we did find out about it. What I kind of realised is that sometimes people struggle when you live life a little bit differently to others. I've been thinking long and hard about this. I've been thinking, you know, because I know what we're doing is right for our family. You know, our children are thriving. You know, both Sadie and I felt a lot happier. We feel a lot happier. We enjoy life day to day. Not to say we don't have our struggles, because we do, just like everybody else. But as far as choosing a life that works for us, this is it. And I've been thinking why that is, and why a lot of people find they get quite frustrated with life at times, or quite disillusioned. You know, it's that whole thing, I've said it before, you know, we're taught to live by the script. You know, we're taught to go to a good school, find a good job or a good career, you know, and be responsible, buy the house, etc. You know how I feel about that, and that's okay. The other thing that I've said is that living in a bus is also not for everybody. And so I've been thinking, well, why is this? Why does it work really well for us and not for some other people? Or why does living in suburbia work really well for some people and not others? And I've sort of been thinking more about core value, you know, our core values, how we see life, and what the values are to us. And I've realised that a lot of people find frustration because they have core values that they may be unaware of, and it doesn't actually naturally fit with the lifestyle that they're living. So I did a core value test online and found out that one of my core values is family. Another one of my core values is my time, freedom, having freedom of choice. Being able to do. I tend to be more of a free-spirited kind of a person. I don't always follow the rules so well, and so they're a couple of my core values. And I thought about it, and I also have a very adventurous kind of a nature. So what I realised was the things that I hold of value actually line up very, very well with the kind of life we're living. You know, family, and I don't just mean, you know, Cindy and the kids. I also mean, you know, like my mother, who's, what, she's 93 and doing insanely well. And we love going to visit her, and we love spending time with her, and we've built a life where we can do that. You know, even this morning, you know, I was thinking about it. I woke up quite early this morning, and I was just thinking things over and thought, you know, oh, I should be more involved in my kids' lives, you know, I should be out kicking a soccer ball around a bit more than I am, and things like that. But then I realised again, the reason that I think we're happy is because one of my core values, being family and my kids, is that even though I'm working in the bus at times, I've still got that connection with my children on a daily basis, and I love that. Even before talking about money, because somebody was asking me the other day about finance and how we live and what I do to make a living on the road, And I said, what I realised is that it's not so much about what I do to make a living, but it's the lifestyle that I chase that seems to naturally generate sources of income. You know, I've come up with, this is my new catchphrase, is that movement creates opportunity. You know, and the fact that we're moving all the time, we're meeting new people, we're seeing new places, and it generates so many opportunities for us, which I also love. You know, another one of my values, I think, is, would you call it a value? I don't know. I've got a bit of an entrepreneurial mind. I'm an ideas person. Implementing, not so much. Ideas, absolutely. And so this lifestyle also fits that particular area of my life, which I find exciting and encouraging. So again, I look at our life and the way we're setting it up and the way we've worked hard to get this life set up, or this lifestyle set up, is because it does match a lot of my, actually pretty much all of my core values fit into this lifestyle, and I believe that's why it works for us. You know, you might be watching this video and thinking, you know, I want change, something's not right, something's not fitting. So my encouragement would be to sit down and get a piece of paper or something, or jump online and Google a test and find out what your core values are, because that could be a real key to sort of what you should be looking at doing in life, or where you should be heading. Cindy and I were watching a TV series recently called Weeds. It was a series that was on TV a while ago about a woman who her husband passes away and she's got to support her children, so she ends up becoming a drug dealer, which is, you know, it's a good movie. But I love the song on it that starts off, little boxes, ticky tacky little boxes, and it shows how cookie cutter life can become at times, you know. And again, you look at it, and I know I keep going on about this, but it's like, you know, we're told to get the 9 to 5, but there are other ways to live life, there are other ways to do it. You know, we don't all have to fit that mould. When we went through this hard time last year where, you know, some people, they were making life a little bit difficult for us, and that's okay, you know, and that's fine. And I had to sit there and decide, do I stand up and prove my point? Do I have to prove myself? And I came to the conclusion that I don't, because I'm actually really happy with my life. And I wake up every day feeling pretty awesome. And I even go to sleep at night feeling pretty awesome, usually with a smile on my face, because, you know, we've built this life that to us is of value. You know, because we choose to live this way and it doesn't fit with some people's understanding of life, it doesn't mean it's wrong. It just simply means that we may have different core values to other people, and that's okay. And so everybody chooses to live the way they want to based on, I would hope, their core values. And my question would be, if you're not entirely happy, then maybe stop, take a step back, work out what your core values are, and then decide what kind of life will fit those core values. You know, for some people, you know, a life of perceived stability or structure or routine actually fits them really, really well. You know, I struggle with that, and that's why another reason we've chosen to live this life. I don't know if I've told you before, but you know, we moved house when we got married. We moved house 11 times in the first 7 years, and you know, we'd be sitting at home watching a movie or something, and Cindy would be like, kind of bored with this place now, let's move. And so we did quite a bit of that. So having wheels on our house is the absolute perfect solution for us. You know, and that fits, again, both of our core values. I believe Cindy and I have very similar values in life. And so, again, we complement each other in this life, and it works really, really well. You know, I'm not making these videos because I have all the answers. I don't. It's a daily learning process for me. But I think one of my core values is seeing the value in other people and encouraging other people to find that thing, almost like the pursuit of happiness. You know, to find that fulfillment, to find that satisfaction in life. And so, you know, I just hope these videos in some way encourage you. If you have questions, please comment below or get onto our website and send us an email. Rightio, enough of my waffling. Next video will be about how we make a living, hopefully. Can't tell you when that will be. I will try and do it sooner than later. Anyway, definitely time for another swim.
on the hillside. Little boxes made of ticky-tacky, little boxes on the hillside. Little boxes all the same. There's a green one and a pink one and a blue one and a yellow one, and they're all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same. And the people in the houses all went to the university, where they were put in boxes and they came out all the same.